and welcome to the show. We are back here on Forza Horizon 4 with another Hunt the Survivors. Today we're going with slightly slower cars. We've tended to do this with the runners in perhaps B class, me in A class, and even higher classes. Hell, I was running in an S2 class at one point. So today we're going the other direction. The runners are going to be driving C class cars, while I have to try and tag as many of them as possible in 15 minutes using a B-class car. Now there's a modified, mine is stock. I've gone for the Volvo V60 because I don't really use it very much, and when there's an option to have a nice estate car, I'm probably going to take that option. Also, it's all-wheel drive, we're in winter, that might give me a sneaky bit of a chance. It's a little bit of a chance, and if they decide to try and sneak their way off-road, I might not be entirely useless. We are going to be using the city part of the map. I have everything turned off, so we're not going to see what they're driving us on, but we're using this bit of the map. We can kind of go down there a little bit. We can use this sort of road. We're not using over this way of Arthur's Seat just because it's kind of a dead space that you're never really going to end up going in. So we're going to be running around the city. Now they could go for blending in strategies if they want to go with a C-Class Mini or a Fiesta or a Fiat or a Transit. We'll have to wait and see, but there's always the risk the player challenge will pop up over their heads. You never really know. We will set them on their way. I will begin the timer, and we have 15 minutes to catch as many as possible, and I'm hoping the Volvo will be pretty decent. I feel like it's not a bad car to have, the V60. It should be able to do all of the various demands of this kind of a challenge. It might be a touch on the heavier side if we're going up against minis and the like. It might not quite have the grip. If anything has got upgraded tyres, I think a couple are running on rally tyres. They might be difficult to catch in the corners, but in C-Class, if you're running rally tyres, you are going to be slow down the straights. That much is for sure. Now, I spot something very pink distance. That looked like a 2CV. I have a feeling I know who's driving that one as well. Come here, little Citroen. It will be unbelievably grippy if that is the one I think it is, but it'll probably... Oh yeah, that's doing some tripoding. That's not really where it wanted to be, directly in front of the big Volvo. Let's see if we can chase down. What way is it going? I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it might be going over at some point. I'm kind of scared to get too close to the damn thing because I might just beans it. Oh, you didn't want to be on there, did you? Now, owing to Forza's slight lag, basically if I tag the car, if on my screen I boop the car, I will put it up in chat and that is them counted out. Doesn't matter what it shows on their screen. Oh, well, that's gone. I mean, that's a boop. That is 100% a boop. It was a little bit of a lag one, but I'm pretty sure... yeah, if car goes ghost mode and I ping him into a wall, that's them counted out. That will be no more 2CV for you. Well, Citroen is a goner. The Citroen is out of the competition. It got a little bit unlucky. It was just the first car I happened to spot, and a car that did not quite... Oh, I see something shoot across there. Don't know what it was. So let's go give chase to that. Oh, almost got that one. Did not quite. The other car I was looking at getting. I tried like a last second jink across to get whatever the little convertible was. I think it was a Porsche of some description. We know something was going this direction. Like I could have turned around, but that thing had so much momentum it would have got away from me regardless. Maybe I should have done. Don't know. Do we see anything over here? Now... No, we don't. No, we don't. I saw something around a corner. I don't know whether that was an AI car. Yes, it was just an AI car doing its thing. Right. Oh, hello, Mercedes. There's no sign of anybody over this part. I was hoping that someone might have gone this way. I said by accident. They wouldn't have known I was around then. Oh, hello, trucks. That's not what you want to see. Surprising amount of traffic going on currently. No sign of anybody. You're waiting for that lucky moment of suddenly car comes shooting out in front of you, comes sliding out of a junction in front of you, as you can give it a chase. It's always the more difficult one, trying to spin your vehicle around and suddenly pick up momentum. This has not been a good start. It was a bit of a long chase on the Citroen, and I've just not really seen anything else at this particular moment in time. I don't see anything going on down there. don't see anything around there, or do I? Yes, I thought I just saw the slightest little glimpse of a car that wasn't a normal one. Bugger, that's going to have such a run on me, though. Corvette, pretty good C-Class car when built correctly. Now, I will have more speed, and if it happens to put a wheel on the snow, it might be in trouble. I think it may have gone up there. And I have done this trick before. I have done the trick before of cut somebody up. Will they remember that I know that trick? If they're, well, I'll say if they're smart, they might try and do a U-turn on there and go back out the way they came, but if they do and I had followed them up there, they'd be screwed. So they kind of have to hope that they will be quicker than me and that they can jump out perhaps ahead of me taking this longer route around. If they did go up there, which they had done, there is another very pink car. Well, I did see the Corvette in the distance. The pink car will have to do for for a new vehicle to chase. I'm not sure the Volvo was, well, not the best bet. That thing is going to have acceleration on me, possibly. Depends on what tyres it's running as to how much grip it's going to have. We're going to have a wheel on the snow. What's it going to do? How is it going to try and lose the Volvo? That's the question. Unfortunately, these are all being long chases. We're not having the quick 30-second chase, which is good for a car chase. Oh, I'll understeer through there. It's good for a car chase, bad for me in terms of getting more than a couple of vehicles. Oh, you guys nearly beans that one up royally. I don't even know who to chase at this point. Oh, it's not a little Fiat, it's a Morris. There were so many cars there, I didn't know what way to go. I've just stuck laser focused on the back of the pink machine. I'm really hoping they're going to crash into each other, but no one got stuck on bits of scenery. I'm struggling for turning. There goes the Corvette. Oh, they've beansed it! They've beansed it. We got one. Where did the pink machine go? Thank you, pink machine. You've completely screwed that up for somebody in a Cortina or something small and classic. I'm not actually sure what it was. It went very badly wrong for them. What way are you going to go? That wasn't clever, was it? I knew what they were looking at doing. I liked the thinking, however, I was wise to it. I just sat back, let them try and figure out where they were going, and they kind of just slowed down, and it didn't really work, did it now? Okay, we've got three. One, rather accidentally. There is a Corvette that was doing like laps up and down here. I think it's probably making the most of its straight line speed. I think it's going around the back and doing like one long loop. So I might be able to look, see if I can run into it. It's actually very difficult to go for sort of head-on collisions when you're on this long a road, owing to the... Oh, that was the court car, I think, heading back on the inside. Don't actually know. Hope so, otherwise I've just driven past like a muppet somebody who was still going. Where would the Corvette pop out? Trying to think like a runner. Would they... If you loop around, you wouldn't really want to loop up on that bit there, I wouldn't have thought. This one? No, it's tempting when you have that car with what is, I would presume, half decent straight line speed. It is tempting to try and just sit on the long straights. We saw it kind of work with the Koenigsegg a little while ago with the S1 class car that was very, very quick. Oh, that wasn't what you wanted, was it? That was unfortunate timing. It's just like the random lucky moments when you see a car, there it is. That little bugger, it's still going around on the straights. Right, okay, we're going to try and play a cunning game. It's only a cunning game if it works, but I'm going to try a cunning game nevertheless. There was something over there as well that I should probably have gone and chased instead, but we're on this route now. Yeah, that's not worked. I have the grip to do that. Okay, cunning game worked. We caught the Corvette, we caught the MG. It's gone a little bit better. The midsection of this has gone very well. There was definitely a little red roadster up here. That's the thing, that the Porsche is... Oh, I've not got the grip to quite do that. Oh, you fool! I like the try, but you could not get going. I'm very surprised they didn't bolt. I think they thought I hadn't seen them because I was busy focused on the Corvette. I did only clock them at the last second, and I was too busy focused on trying to catch the Corvette. But the Porsche tried. I don't think it could get going in time, not on the snow. Not in these slippy conditions. We have 6 minutes remaining. That was one of the cars, because it's got number plate in the right position on the grill. For a second, the back of that car looked like a sneaky car. There probably has been a taxi or something, but I've seen a taxi go around, but I didn't really check it. Someone might try running a taxi. They're one of those things, if the game doesn't randomly pop up with the challenge thing, it's quite easy to get away with it. However, if the game does pop up with the challenge thing, you're kind of screwed. Nobody out this way. It's unlikely, unless you're in a chase and things are going terribly wrong, you might head up that way. But less likely to find cars. That's why I tend to stick around the centre area, because inadvertently you tend to loop yourself around there. I'll tend to find more cars looping themselves around there. So yeah, that's why I'll tend, search the areas where cars are most likely to end up being, at least at some point in the game mode. A very, very good little section. 5 minutes 25 remaining, and a variety of cars. I think I've caught every vehicle that I have seen has been captured now, barring there might have been one, but I don't remember what it was. So even those that got away initially or managed to sneak past, at some way or another, have been captured. No sign of anybody out this way. This is the problem we get when you've got roughly, let's say, half the field have been tagged. I don't actually know. I'm not keeping track currently. It then becomes considerably more difficult to find vehicles. There's just a lot of city to cover, and you've got that smaller chance of actually running into somebody as the snow comes down a bit heavier. Yeah, everybody's certainly wandered away. Down that way. See, I like this road. It's easy to use this main road to traverse as much of the city as quickly as possible and try and glance around. But likewise, also, if you're clever, you don't want to be around this area, because I tend to traverse this bit. There's no sign of any. There's no sign of any cars, full stop. If I see movement, I think I'm going to go chase it, because it's just any cars? No? Nothing? Crap. Well, that's helpful. That would be one, because that's not in the lane it should be in. Hello! You were very much not paying attention. Well, I say you were not paying attention. You were busy doing your own thing. Oh, overdrove that. Crap. Went a little wrong, didn't it? Might have carried a bit too much speed in the Volvo. It's alright. You'll just slightly lag and ping away for Fiesta. I know I do have more straight line speed than that CRX. That does not look particularly fast in a straight line. I see it's trying to go for the off-road route. Now, it could be on rally tyres. Rally tyres and front-wheel drive is probably better than standard tyres, whatever the hell this thing's on, and all-wheel drive on the snow. But you are going to have to try and figure out a way. It's actually doing okay. My corner speed, my kind of lack of grip is... Oh! Tram! No! 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 I will not let that... No, we will not be beaten by a tram. God damn it, you bugger. Right, let's try and cut it off. We're going to try... Oh! I was not expecting to come back that way. We got tram. We've got 2.5 minutes to try and chase down a CRX. I thought it was going to go straight on and I could cut across the thing and minimise my time lost to the vehicle. However, it very nearly drove into us. I think that's the first successful, completely unintentional use of a tram. I wonder if that black transit might be a person, to be honest with you. I have seen that around here a little bit. But I think I'd rather chase the guarantee. If I go and boop an AI transit, I'm not sure it's worth it. I think I'd rather go and chase after the vehicle that I know at least is a player, and I think I have the car to do it. Oh, not again. Not again. And that one, to be fair to the CRX, that one was more intentional than the first. Although that one also cost me less time. I was minorly aware of it. There goes something yellow that I would not get across the road. I went to go and have a try at getting across the road to catch it, but we did not. I don't know whether that was a player or not. I could have put the boop up, but I feel like I can't just tag every AI car. I think it probably was a player. But Never mind. If it come up with a challenge thing over the top, I would have done. But you know, I'm too busy focused on catching bloody CRX. We've got a minute to go. I just need it to make a mistake. Just one mistake is all it's going to take for that Honda to be in trouble. Oh, that's a mistake. It's not quite as big a... I did think it was only going to be one mistake. Oh, needed. That's a plant pot that screwed me over. It's not quite as big a mistake as I would ideally like. Are we going to do round and round in circles time? You've got a minute to try and make that work, and I'm not sure I'd want to go for it. I got street furniture, they got street furniture. It's a good chase. That is a C-Class car, let's not forget. Matching, causing grief for a mid-B-Class vehicle, so it's a well-sorted out CRX. It might be about to get in trouble, though, now we're onto a straight. What is it going to do here? I'm going to have to go on the brakes because I don't know where it's going. Oh, I've got 20 seconds. We're going to have to throw the Volvo at it. We are going to have to just throw the Volvo at it. I can't make that turn. They've got away. I can't. I just physically don't have the grip to make that turn. And I don't know where this road goes. I think the CRX will do it unless it buries itself in some traffic. Well played. Well played indeed. Whoever may be driving that one. You have bested the Volvo. And that's going to be that. There was something massive, a massive pink car I just saw reversing down here. Well done. You have done it. The Hudson, I don't know what an earth alarm that is, but you have got away. Only saw that at the very end. Bloody CRX. Bloody CRX indeed. I spent so long chasing it, I could not. I almost did. I maybe should have just chucked the Volvo at it. But I just couldn't match it for grip at one corner, for a few corners. It did very, very well. An excellent effort from that vehicle, from that driver. We will head back to the centre. Not my finest total of vehicles. We did okay. It looked like it was going quite badly. We had a very good little section, and then it kind of went a little bit downhill at the end. We did catch the Cortina. That was more gifted to us. We did catch the Cortina gifted to us by the Morris, which we also caught. Over this side, we caught the MG that was spinning around like a lunatic. Well, I mean, it was just in the middle of the road. That got captured. We caught the Porsche that I don't think realised we were quite around where we were. The Corvette, I actually realised where it was going, and I don't think they saw the plan, and they didn't have... They had the speed, but they didn't have the grip to get away. We never saw the Fury in all of this one. I mean, I approve of a Fury doing well. 2CV was the first captured car. Went amazingly well for them. Oh dear. We do appear to be a little bit stuck in the Volvo. The Skyline I saw very briefly while in a chase. Didn't quite have time to turn and go for that one. The big old Hudson Hornet we only saw right at the very end, just as the time had expired. We never saw the terrified... Christ, let's not look at that Morris thing. And somewhere there will be a CRX reappearing. There's the CRX that led us on a very merry chase for a long time. We got very close at the end, but I ran out of grip and I pushed a bit too hard with the Volvo. It was good fun though. It was good fun indeed. Yeah, this car last works as well. This one, C-Class and mid-B class works. I think maybe I would have been better off. I and ahed whether to go with the Volvo or an Impreza. I think the Subaru may have been slightly better, but you know, you've got to show some love for the Volvo. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.